appreciate the fact that Dame Cecile Lagranad took the opportunity to send us a greeting through the voice of her sister, Dr. Lois Lagranad. And now we invite Dr. Angus Friday, Ambassador of Grenada to the USA and Permanent Representative to the OAS, to say a few words. Dr. Friday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished guests, friends, Grenadians, brothers and sisters. It's a real pleasure to be asked to join you here this evening, particularly on this occasion for Grenada in terms of raising funds for our library. We meet at a time when we're at our 40th anniversary of independence. And when we think back to 1973, I can certainly remember around that time spending time at the library. Many of us would have had personal experiences at the library. And in the years that followed that, the library was actually a place where a number of us would meet and gather in the afternoons after school. Some people would go there to meet with their friends and to be on the carronage. And it's been very unfortunate to see the very slow disintegration, worsened of course by Hurricane Ivan, to a public library, which has really been a monument in the heart of St. George. St. George's, as you know, is a historical city, and one of the key things that makes St. George's so different from many of the other cities in the Caribbean islands is just its historic nature of colonial buildings, and the library is certainly one of those buildings that stands out. Now, on the 40th anniversary, when we think back to 1974, many of us would remember what the Grenadian economy was like at the time, and so much has changed since then. We've moved from a world where economics was driven largely by the manufacturing of products to one where services have become so important. We've seen Grenada's economy change significantly during that time. Whereas we used to rely on agriculture, Grenada has now largely become a services economy, with, of course, tourism at the heart of that. And so as we look forward to the next 40 years, we see that what keeps Grenada alive is going to continue to change. Yes, agriculture will continue to be important, but in fact, the very foundation of our economy is already changing and will continue to change. We expect to see far more in terms of services, and therefore, this is not just something happening in Grenada, it's something which is happening globally. And if Grenada is to stay ahead, then we need to be investing in education, we need to be investing in our libraries, we need to be investing in information. The recent budget announced $110 million for education. This is actually one of the largest amounts of money that have been given to a single sector in this recent budget, but also it marks a significant improvement in monies being given to education. And this is important for a number of reasons. For all of the reasons I've just mentioned in terms of building our economy, but in addition to that, education is going to be that foundation as we move into the information age. Many of you would see how things have changed so much. You know, I'm actually here with a smartphone, which is a small computer that you can walk around with. Now, around the time when Grenada was having its interacting with information. Some of my very early inspirations for career came from the library and going through books which were much too expensive to have at home. Just such a vast array of books that we had. And so the source of inspiration that we got from books, as things change, we're going to be getting information not only from books, but of course from ebooks, as was mentioned by the previous speaker, and from audiobooks as well. And so it may well be that in future, the sort of library we envisage becomes a hub for education, a hub for information, not only for books, but a hub for information technology and ebooks that can be made available to to our youngsters. And so we really want to commend the efforts of Dr. Merle Collins and her team for pushing forward with this effort. I think 40 years on, it's important that we all take responsibility for the various aspects of Grenadian culture and Grenadian society and Grenadian civilization. And that library we have is really one of the